I don't know who's noticed, but lately, only if maybe you follow me on Instagram, but lately I've been really into just painting oranges. Why? I don't know. I think they're really fun. I love their color. I have 5 fire signs in my chart. Maybe I just love that warm glow. The warm glow that you can get when you really capture a juicy, delicious orange. But one thing I've been working on this year, and if you watch my other videos, you know I'm working on this idea. Every year around between the new year and like the zodiac new year, which is beginning of Aries season, which is in March I think, I usually try to find a word to focus on and think about throughout the year. So this year I've been thinking about deepening, and what does deepening really mean? And it's kind of annoying because I'm discovering that deepening doesn't necessarily just mean deepening solely in my artwork, but it also means deepening in my career and my financial stability and my mental and physical health as well. So don't love that. I mean, I do. I love it because I know it's what I need to do, but I don't love it because it's not necessarily what I want to do, if that makes sense. Like metaphorical thing for oranges for me is really heritage. So when I am painting oranges and I'm looking at oranges, I'm thinking about heritage and ancestries, and they kind of are this like representative of what our ancestors left for us to help us thrive, to help push us forward. This is something they built. This is the tree they grew 100 years ago, and we are graciously eating from the fruits of their labor. But then we have to decide, what seeds do we want to sow and what seeds do we want to discard? What's no longer serving our communities? What's no longer serving our our planet? Like what is working? What can we deepen? Coming back to that word deepen, what can we deepen as a community that is thriving and helping our community grow and be successful? So if you're interested in any of these pieces, obviously you can buy them, but you're gonna have to email me, or you're gonna have to drop it in the comments and I'll contact you or something, or contact me on Instagram, because I don't physically have them on my website yet. But if you let me know you're interested, I will put it on my website. You can buy it. I will ship it to you with much love. So here is a still life I did. I was actually studying glass and like how glass and light play together, but I think it's a really cool piece. This one, so that was an actual still life that was just sitting on my coffee table. This is a photo that I screenshotted from Instagram from a friend of mine, and she had this beautiful picture. She was making orange juice, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. So there's that. This one was actually from my imagination. I was just playing around with watercolors, and I think that one looks pretty cool. It's very stylized. I love that for that piece. And that's the thing. Deepening means going further. When we study things, I want to deepen my relationship with what I'm studying and like learn everything about it from every single angle. And as simple as an orange is, it's got a lot of complexity. So here's another one. This was actually just a stock image, but a beautiful stock image. Absolutely love the complementary colors of orange and blue. My favorite. I could just paint everything orange and blue. And then there's this one, whichever way you want to have it. This was also a stock image, but I also did an acrylic painting, a mixed media painting of this. Loved it, sold it. I hope the person is enjoying it, but I wanted to do kind of an inspired one from that. And then leftover breakfast, just chilling on the plate. Someone didn't finish everything. I think it tells a great story. Love it. And that is a picture I took of my son's breakfast one morning. And then this is a stock image, but this is actually oil pastel. Love oil pastel. I think that's another really fun one. And I think exploring how to do the same thing in multiple mediums is great. Great practice Also, watercolors and oil pastels are just really nice for my year of deepening because I can kind of bring those things anywhere. If I'm working, if I'm traveling, I can bring those materials with me and practice anywhere I go. I could also just sit comfortably on my couch or in my bed if I'm tired and I still want to get a little practice in. I can still use those mediums. But deepening. So what I've come to learn is deepening doesn't necessarily mean diving deep into becoming a full-time artist this year. Is it my dream? Yes. But I'm losing that sense of urgency that becoming a well-known full-time artist needs to happen today. Especially the more I learn about other artists and all of the different paths our well-known artists today go through to create their art career. I'm like, you know what? If I become a well-known full-time artist, I mean, I'd like to at least be alive while I am showcasing my art and people are really getting to know my work. But if I have to wait another 10 years, another 20 years, if I have to wait till I'm retired, that's something that I'm okay with. And I guess that is my thoughts this year about deepening. One, deepening my relationship with myself and my physical health. Getting back to the gym and taking care of my body, because if I take care of my body's going to take care of me. Two is finances. I love coaching, but it's a very part-time gig and I'm really looking for a little more stability in my income. And I've realized that if right now, because I work so part-time, it's still decent money, but because it is part-time, I feel this pressure to try to make this whole art thing work quick. And when you feel pressure to make an art thing work quick, I feel like you're willing to do things to sell art that you wouldn't necessarily do if you were just focused on the narratives and the storytelling and painting what you really want to do. And let me explain that, because that might sound kind of weird. But this year I've been doing art walks, art fairs, selling my art in local shops, and then also I've been exploring classes. And the thing is doing classes is nice because it's kind of like quick cash. But what I don't want to fall into by accident is building a business that is basically an art teaching business. If I'm going to teach art, I'd almost rather just teach in a system that's already set up, like a school system, where I have paid time off, summers off, benefits and stuff. If I'm going to be teaching as a big part of my income, I don't really want to build a business where I'm teaching. I don't mind doing quarterly classes or maybe summer camps, but I just don't want to do things just for the quick cash. Same with the shop, in my local shop that I've been selling artwork in. Sometimes I feel this pressure to create cards because cards sell and they're a lower ticket item, but I'm I can't make my livelihood off of selling cards solely in one local shop. It's just not gonna, it might make my rent for that shop that month, but it's just not going to sustain my income. So what I really want to do is I am going to be exploring the idea of just teaching full-time instead of doing part-time coaching. And that way I can stabilize income and I can stabilize myself and I can do fun things with my family that I want to do. But then it also relieves that pressure of trying to make this whole art thing work right away. I can still make it work. And if it happens in 5 years and 10 years, if it happens when I retire, I'm still happy. I'm still going to be creating art. I'm still going to be deepening my storytelling and my creative abilities. But then I don't have that pressure of trying to sell the piece now, because salespeople, when they're really desperate and they really want to make a sale, it's you can just sense it. And it makes you want to buy from them a lot less. What I will be doing is applying for a CTE credentialing program so that I can teach art in a school system and be qualified in that capacity. So I might be on here a little less, but I'm still going to be pursuing and actively pursuing my art career in the long term. But what I think I've switched from is trying to figure out how to make this work today and realizing that it's a slow, steady climb to success, and that's okay. It might pop off this year, it might not, but I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket and be like, and like trying to make it work. Because once again, when we have that desperate energy and we really need something to work, it's so sticky to try to get it to work, and then people can just really sense the desperation in it. And I just, after doing a couple classes, like, they're fine, but I just don't prefer it. Like, I don't see myself doing it enough to like pay my bills, and honestly I don't want to, like, unless I'm just working within a system. Like, if I was hired at like a paint and sip institution where they did all the, like, I don't want to do all the advertising, I don't want to do all of like the setting up. I would just want to go in and teach and have those supplies like in the location I'm teaching, not having to like schlep them all over town. But with that being said, I am willing to like allow people to hire me, let's say for a party or something, or doing the like the occasional summer class, or maybe like quarterly. But I don't want to have to make decisions in my business that are driven solely by making sales. I want to be able to make decisions that allow me to deepen my storytelling, my creativity, and my artistic voice. And so I think what that means is really just kind of letting off the gas a little bit, coasting, and just kind of like figuring out ways to find that stability. I kind of feel like I'm having a growing up moment of like, you know, you just got to get real. But yeah, my name's Jessica Darling. Thank you guys for coming by. I will post again in the next 7 to 10 days. If you are interested in any of those pieces, definitely let me know. Tag the timestamp in which you saw that piece, and I can figure out a way to get it to you. I absolutely love the oranges. Will I paint 100 oranges? I don't know, maybe. And then the next thing is going to be moths. And then it's like, how are we going to put it all together, you know? And so I feel like without having this pressure of like creating pieces just to sell, it's like by the time I finally get to creating a piece that will eventually be sold, it's going to be like so much more elevated than what I was doing a year ago. And I'm just really excited to see how it matures and changes. Anyways, I have a website. Hopefully I'll be adding to my website soon when I get my giant to-do list done for my personal and business life and like taxes. But once I get all of those responsibilities done, I will update my website. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for stopping by, and bye for now.